Hey, man, they fought harder than I thought they would. It was close. What is up, fans? Miami Dolphins, unfortunately, did not win this game. They lost to the Buffalo Bills 31-21. They kept it competitive, which is nice, but it's also bad. And I'm going to talk about the whole thing. I'm going to talk about why it's nice and why it's bad. I'm going to talk about my brain not working right now. I'm going to talk about what cost us the game. There's two things, in my opinion, that cost us the game and all that stuff. But real quick, I do have to shout out today's sponsor, Sleeper. If you don't know about Sleeper, go check them out. Click the link in the description. You get 100% matched up to $100 using the promo code DDW. Really fun. They had a promo on there where Devon Achane half a yard and Tua half a yard. You take the over on that and you made out, man. So go check them out. Fantastic fantasy app. So let's go into stats for this game. Tua Tagovailoa, 22 for 34, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 81.2 passer rating. Devon Achane, 12 carries, 62 yards. Ollie Gordon, 9 carries, 38 yards and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 5 catches, 49 yards and a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 5 catches, 39 yards and a touchdown. Defensively, Tua fumbled, but he got it back. That was on him, 100% on him. Terrell Dotson got a sack, and Bradley Chubb got a sack. Outside of that, no pressure, really. And then you flip it around, Josh Allen, 22 for 28, 213 yards, 3 touchdowns. The man just was Josh Allen. James Cook, 19 carries, 108 yards and a touchdown, and just disgusting. Dalton Kincaid, 5 catches, 66 yards. Khalil Shakir, 4 catches, 45 yards. Elijah Moore, 2 catches, 30. It was just like everyone. Hey, you want to catch here? Jackson Hawes, first catch of his NFL career was a touchdown. It was like ridiculous. No sacks though. No sacks by the Buffalo Bills defense. But Terrell Bernard had the interception. We'll look at team stats real quick. Third down efficiency. Miami was 10 for 15. Buffalo was 6 for 11. Interesting. Miami was 1 for 1 on 4th down. When it came to total yards, obviously Buffalo was up 360 to 276. Miami had the 1 turnover. Buffalo had more first downs, 23 of them. Penalties, Miami 6 penalties for 57 yards. Not good. Buffalo 3 for 35. Red zone, Buffalo 3 for 3. Buffalo 3 for 4. Miami 3 for 3. Time of possession was close. Buffalo 31 minutes to Miami's 28 minutes. But that penalty is the problem. So, looking at this game was a roller coaster of emotions, like a complete and utter roller coaster of emotions. The Miami Dolphins come out hot. 11 plays, marching down the field, scoring touchdowns, like just 10 plays, 47 yards, march down the field, score a touchdown. Buffalo comes out, scores a touchdown, weak punt, then they score another touchdown, and we punt. Then they miss a field goal, which I was like, what? We got a sack finally. Bradley Chubb gets a sack, and we miss a field goal, and then we march down the field, 16 plays, 71 yards. Ate up 5 minutes and 55 seconds to score a touchdown to tie the game. At halftime, this game was tied. Then Buffalo comes out, scores a touchdown. We punt. We force them to punt on a 3 and out. Defense woke up. We punt. 3 and out. Come on, offense. We force them to punt. What? Are you kidding me? Then we score a touchdown to not only make it a tied game again. Up to this point, Tua was having a good game. Tua was making good decisions. Some of his passes were a little high. Obviously, he would love to have, normal height receivers, but his passes were high on some throws. But outside of that, he was making good decisions. He was making the right throws. He was making the right reads. The run game was going. We were doing things on offense. Again, it is tied 21-21 in the fourth quarter. It was working. Then obviously the defense just didn't want to do anything. Touchdown by Buffalo. And then we're marching down the field, 4 plays, 42 yards. And we get into the red zone. And actually, let's rewind a bit. Their touchdown that put them up 28-21. We forced a punt. And Sealer with the roughing the kicker penalty. Now, people are, as I'm talking to you right now, people are tweeting me, arguing with me that it wasn't a penalty. You can't hit the plant leg. You can't hit the roughing the kicker is a foul, running into the kicker, the defensive player, contact the kicking leg or the foot of the kicker, even if the kicker is airborne. You can't land on it. He fell into his leg. You can't do it. Plain and simple. And so it was a penalty. Sealer messed up and they got the ball and they marched down the field, scored a touchdown. That was strike one, right? Obviously we had other plays where like we made a nice play and then it got brought back because of a penalty, but we ended up still scoring on that, making up for those deficiencies. But if you remember my preview video, I said in these games, when you are fighting your butt off against a team that is so much better than you, you cannot make mistakes. You cannot give extra drives. And that is prime example, because if they force the punt, then all of a sudden we're not necessarily playing for a touchdown. We can eat the clock up a little bit more, potentially kick a field goal, give them you know what I'm saying? It's a different ball game. But unfortunately, Sealer runs into his plant leg, and it's a roughing the kicker call. And if it was just running into the kicker, then it's only a 5-yard penalty. It's 4th and 2. They probably would have went for it and got it. But just killer, absolutely killer on that. So they get the touchdown, 28-21. It's now our turn, and like I said, we are marching down the field. We are making plays left and right. He's hitting Jalen Waddle. We're running the ball. But then for some reason, we get into the red zone and we stop running the ball, right? We had a 4-yard run. We had a 6-yard run. We're on their 21. Why are a 1st and 10 on their 21? Why are we throwing the ball? Give it to Ollie Gordon. The man has been like a man on a mission, running hard. Give it to him. But unfortunately, Tua drops back and he's looking. So Jalen Waddle's here. The defender's here. He's trying to look off the defender so he can throw it to Jalen Waddle, not seeing Bernard come down, and he throws the interception and essentially seals the game. You cannot have those mistakes. And it literally was back-to-back drives on defense and offense where we had mistakes of costing us the game. Because again, it was back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And we were fighting for an 0-2 team that got blown out against the Colts and that choked it away against the Patriots. We were holding our all against Buffalo and Josh Allen, right? That's got to give you some resemblance of hope. But it's just messy. Like there was so many plays, an illegal, an eligible receiver downfield and Jonah, and then all this stuff. And then like, again, Tua, he didn't have a great game, but Tua had a solid game. He was making the throws. He was moving the offense. We were scoring touchdowns. We were keeping in the game. We were tying. We were answering their scores. He was having a good game. And then he throws this interception. And everything he did before that is gone. All of the good plays and all the good drives and the scores and everything that happened beforehand don't matter when you're on their 21 and you throw an interception directly to their defender. It like doesn't matter. Like you can ask anybody about, hey, how to do it? It doesn't matter because we needed to score to tie that game up. And we were eating the clock up. Like they got the ball and there was like 3 minutes left in the game. Like 2:30, 3 minutes left in the game. We were eating the clock up to the point where run the ball. This is where I don't understand where Mike McDaniel's thought process is. Just run the ball. Force them to use the timeouts. And, best case scenario, we score a touchdown. And if there's no time left, go for 2. Screw it. Get out of there with the W. But you throw the ball. You put the ball into his hands, which obviously, he's getting paid to. He's the quarterback of the team. Mike McDaniel trusts him. And he throws the game away. As soon as he threw that interception, I was like, that's game. Because I knew we weren't going to stop Buffalo. I knew it. Prime example was 2nd and 15. And their wide receiver Moore got butt naked open. Like he was just wide open on a 2nd and 15. Because they got a holding call that put him 1st and 20, which helped us. 2nd and 15. Like there was no one near him. Boop, hit him. Marched down the field. Kicked the field goal. And there was no coming back from that. Heartbreaking. And I said on the Dolphin Collective last week, before we played the Patriots, I said this on Friday. Omar Kelly said, what would need to happen for you to have faith back in this team? Because I picked the Dolphins to lose to the Patriots because I just was like, after what they did to with the Colts, I was like, I just have no faith in this team. I was like, I need them to beat the Patriots and I need them to be competitive against Buffalo. Well, they didn't beat the Patriots. They were competitive against Buffalo. If not for the block punt and for the interception, they possibly could have beaten Buffalo. But they didn't. Ifs and buts. So right now we're 0-3. And here's the negative. Besides being 0-3, we were competitive. And by being competitive, Mike McDaniel's not getting fired. As much as I want him to be fired, this team is fighting for him still. He has not lost the locker room. They're playing hard for him, and you could see that. He won't be fired. So, we got 10 days to get ready for the Jets. He won't be fired. Which, again, to me, sucks because I think you need to move on from him. A lot of these penalties, especially these little ones that, again, we made up for our lack of discipline. And to me, that falls on the head coach. But, yeah, he's not getting fired now. So they're going to play it out. If we go 0-5, because our next couple games, now we have the Jets, Panthers, and Chargers. So if we can get to like 2-4, but I still think you should fire him at 2-4. If we go 0-4, I think he gets fired. Right? We lose to the Jets, I think he gets fired. So we'll see. We'll see how this all pans out. But like I said in the preview, man, games like these, the Bills are the new Patriots, right? It's just they just don't have the Super Bowls, right? They have the elite quarterback. They have the good head coach. In these instances, you can't make mistakes. And we made 2 costly mistakes that cost us the game. Plain and simple. And going into this, I was like, we're getting blown out. I think I had us losing 38-10. We lost by 10. If you bet the Bills at 12.5, you lost. So if you bet the Dolphins with the spread of 12.5, you won some money. But 0-3, something's got to change. Something's got to change with this defense too. I know that 2 of our corners went down. Jack Jones came back in, so he was fine. But I think Marshall Jr. went down. So we'll see. That, like I said, they got a mini bye. So I better see Waller playing against the Jets. If he doesn't play against the Jets, just cut him already. For the love of God, cut that man. And then after the Jets, we get Sanders back, our kicker back, and we play the Panthers. So beat the Jets, please. But that's what I got for you guys. If you are watching this, it might be Friday for you. So I might have a video out for you later today. I know I have the collective tonight at 6. It's going to be me and Alan and TD. I think Omar's in transit. So I'll see you later. I think I'll have a video for you today. And if not today, definitely tomorrow. But like usual, stay classy. FN's up.